Hello and Assalamu alaikum. In today's class, I will be discussing with you about the introduction to macroeconomics and the topics, just like the subject matter of the macroeconomics, the history of macroeconomics, key macroeconomic issues, principles of macroeconomic analysis, macroeconomic agents and macro markets, the model of circular flow, the macroeconomic systems. These topics will be discussed in this class. So, first of all, I'm going to discuss with you about the definition of the macroeconomics. As we have already discussed in the previous classes, that economics is divided into two parts. One is the micro, in which we study the behavior of the individuals, and another is the macroeconomics. The macroeconomics is that branch of economics which deals with the aggregates. So economics is a discipline which studies how scarce economic resources are allocated and used to maximize production for a society. This means it's a allocation of the scarce resources and it's a utilization of the limited resources to satisfy the society's needs and wants. It is a social science which deals with the economic behavior of individuals and organizations engaged in the production, distribution, and consumption of the goods. So, this is simply the definition of the economics. So, the study of economics is subdivided into two general fields, which economics, microeconomics, and the macroeconomics. Microeconomics we have discussed in the first semester, and in this semester, the second semester, we will be discussing about the macroeconomics topics. So the term macroeconomics, historically, the term macroeconomics in translation from the Greek, macro means small, macro means large. If you check the meaning, the word micro and macro taken from the Greek language, the micro means small, macro means large, and economics is the housekeeping. So for the first time, the term macroeconomics was used in 1933. This is the time of the Great Depression, when world, especially America and Britain, was suffering from the Great Depressions. By the Norwegian economist, mathematician Ragnar Fritz, Nobel Prize 69, who introduced the concept of the microeconomics and macroeconomic dynamics. In 1941, Piet de Wolff divided economic theory into micro and macro. So this is simply the historical break of the economics. Now here in this slide, we will be discussing about the macro and micro, and I will try to compare the micro and macro. The economy as a whole means it studies, economics is concerned, it studies the individual behavior, individual markets, and macroeconomics studies aggregate economic behavior, the behavior of aggregate economic agents on aggregate economic markets. It deals with the economic issues that affect entire economy. So one can say that macroeconomics is the study of aggregates, just product, GDP, general price level means inflation, unemployment, the individual behavior or the individual component of the economy, studies the households, and it's a study the individual firm or individual households on markets for a particular goods like wheat, computers, oil. Individually deals each good separately. Deals with the decision making of such. Not going to study all. Macro versus micro. Here the subjects micro and macro. Prices market instruments. Subject matter of the microeconomics is the economic behavior, as the subject matter of the macroeconomics is the economic behavior. It is study the economic analysis. The microeconomics analyze the individual units, the behavior of the individuals, and the macroeconomics analyzes or studies the entire economy, the behavior of the entire economy. And the agents in the micro, the individuals, and in the macro, aggregate sectors of the economy. Markets in the micro, particular goods and the services, and in the macro, the composite are collectively relative in terms of the relative prices they compare. And absolute prices, we discuss about the absolute prices. In the market instrument, only via changes in the prices. And so macroeconomics is based on the microeconomics, is microeconomics foundations, because macroeconomics events are the results of decisions of millions of individual agents. So maximizing their own welfare and arise from the interaction of many people. So generally we can say that it's not a new science, but it is based on the microeconomics because it's the interaction of collective study of all the individuals' interactions. We call them the agents. So at the same time, all the decisions of individual agents are made taking into account the macroeconomic situation, microeconomics and the macroeconomics. So the macroeconomics is a special discipline. Despite both disciplines use the same variables, macroeconomic variables are not just a simple sum of variables that reflect individual decisions. Like examples are the total output, aggregate demand, general price level, etc. Not every statement that is true for an individual is always true for the entire economy. For example, the paradox of thrift. Thus, microeconomics and macroeconomics have specific subjects and methods of analysis and are based on specific approaches and theories. They are even taught as separate disciplines. Who is the founder of the macroeconomics? The founder of macroeconomics is a special part of economics was a prominent British economist, Lord John Maynard Keynes, who in 1936 published his famous book, General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. He showed that macroeconomics is a special subject and some special methods of analysis. His contribution to economic theory was so large that it was called the Keynesian Revolution. And John Maynard Keynes is known as the founder of, or the founder of the